Welcome everyone, I'm Kingly Valence, and thanks for watching this Spore Speedrun. Today, we're going to get the maximum money in Space Stage in under 20 minutes. The maximum amount of money we can hold in our bank at a time is 99,999,999 Sporebucks. And we are going to sell over 1,000 purple spice to the highest bidder to reach our financial goals. First, we have to complete the required mission where we scan the crashed ship and the destroyed cities. Then we'll return to our home planet to start the Place a Colony mission and receive one colony for free. Here, we can explore the galaxy to find a purple spice planet. And this is our first RNG hurdle to overcome. We are going to check 2 nearby blue stars for purple spice planets because these stars are the most likely to have purple spice planets in their systems. This system unfortunately has no purple spice planets, but we have a second blue star to check. And this system does have a purple spice planet, and we can place our colony on the planet. According to this table from the wiki, planets with red or blue orbit trails of blue stars have a 15% chance of spawning with purple spice, whereas planets that orbit red or yellow stars have a 2% chance of appearing. The star color itself is consistent between runs, however the planets within the system are randomized each time we approach the system. Now we can return to our home planet to begin the terraforming mission and receive some terraforming tools for free. During the terraforming mission briefing, we will receive the terraforming tools. On this message where we get the tools, we can save with Ctrl and S on the keyboard, quit without saving, and reload the game. When we return, our home planet will contact us again to finish the mission briefing and return to the message where we receive the terraforming tools. And we get another set of terraforming tools for free. This is very important as the Terra score of our purple spice planet is so far away from Terra score 1 that only one set of terraforming tools would not be enough to improve the Terra score up to level 1 to start producing spice. We can place 2 atmosphere generators and 2 ice storms, and that will be enough to bring the planet up to Terra score 1. We also received twice the number of plants and animals in our cargo from the mission briefing as well. Now that the planet is Terra score 1, we can place our flora and fauna onto the planet and add buildings to our colony. We can place 3 factories and 2 houses in these spots to produce 84 spice per hour. Now we have to wait for 1 purple spice to be produced. 84 spice per hour will take about 43 seconds to produce 1 spice. Unhappy colonies will eventually start protesting, but it appears to take a fairly long time. We only need to collect 1 purple spice from the colony, then we'll be able to duplicate the spice to sell large amounts at a time. Eventually, the purple spice crate will spawn in the city, and we can buy or beam it up into our spaceship. And it looks like some civilians are coming along for the ride. Now we can duplicate the spice. Drop the spice onto the planet and call up the colony right when the spice hits the ground. Buy the spice from the colony, say goodbye, and immediately beam back up the spice crate. And that will give us a second purple spice for free. We can do this again, drop the spice, call the colony, buy the spice, then beam the spice back into the ship, doubling our spice again. And we can do this all the way until we reach 99 purple spice. Now we want to store spice on the planet so we can pick up more later. Place our 99 spice back onto the surface, call the colony, and buy back all but 1 spice. Now quickly move the spice crate with the abduction beam. I accidentally flung the spice crate, all we have to do is move it slightly. We'll store a second spice crate, place our 98 spice back down, and buy all but 1 spice again. The spice count from the colony is usually off when the spice exceeds 99, but it's fine. And here we just need to move the spice crate slightly. Moving the spice crate quickly prevents the game from subtracting out how much spice from the crate we actually bought from the colony. That way we won't beam back just 1 purple spice. And here begins the second and most difficult RNG part of the run, selling our spice for the maximum price. We are going to sell our spice to this empire, but we need them to buy our spice for the most amount of money possible. When we arrive in the system, we are going to save before checking their prices. Their spice prices are still randomized until we view what the prices are. Here they're buying for 34,000 Sporebucks, which isn't enough, so we can quit and reload the game to try again. And this time they're only buying for 1,000 Sporebucks. We have to keep trying until we get the magical 73,000 Sporebucks. And I believe there's only a 6% chance our purple spice will be bought for the maximum price. The color of spice the planet produces will be bought for the minimum price. Then 2 other spice colors will also be bought for the minimum price, leaving purple a 3 out of 5 chance of being worth one of the market prices. Purple then has a 1 out of 10 chance of choosing the maximum selling price. And thankfully, after only a few tries, we got the 73,000 Sporebuck selling price, totaling over 7 million Sporebucks for our 98 purple spice. Now we can retrieve our spice we stored on the planet and sell some more. Each time we collect spice from orbit, this will remove one of our spice crates, and sometimes another one will despawn along with it, which is why I like to store 3 spice crates at a time to be safe. But now we have to store an additional 3 spice crates again each time we return to the colony. But this procedure only takes about 30 seconds to complete, and we can continue to ruin the local economy of that other empire. by selling another 98 spice again. Their buying price will remain the same throughout the run as well. Once a price has been given, it appears they won't change the price until we view around 5 other planets' prices. Buying, selling, or collecting spice on their own doesn't appear to change their prices. For this run, we need almost 100 million Sporebucks, and we're selling just over 7 million Sporebucks at a time. This means we need to sell 98 purple spice 14 times to reach our goal. The entire loop of storing and selling spice takes about 1 minute each time, so from here, it's mostly about executing our strategy as quickly as possible for over 10 more minutes. For this speedrun, we aren't allowing help from previously saved space games. Other saved space games in the galaxy can interact with each other and impact our speedrun. For example, another saved game could do all the spice storage ahead of time and leave our brand new space game with all the spice it could need. But just for fun, I wanted to see how overpowered allowing a previously saved space game can be trying to reach the maximum money. When we start up a brand new space game, we still have to complete the tutorial mission of scanning the destroyed cities before we can access a trading menu. But when we return home, sometimes collecting the purple spice from orbit can make some of the spice crates on our home planet disappear. However, we can place our 14 full spice crates on our moon, which won't despawn after placing a colony. From here, we will once again keep checking for our 6% spice price, and thankfully we got that quickly again as well. Sell our first batch and head onto the planet towards our spice stockpile. Now that we know the price, we can beam up each crate and immediately sell it to our colony, taking just over 3 minutes from starting a brand new space game to reach maximum money, with the help of a previously saved space game. Returning to our first speedrun, we are currently sitting on 93 million Sporebucks and just need to return to our colony once more. This is all the spice we need, so we don't have to store anymore. We can just grab the spice and go. And we've surely caused hyperinflation at this empire as we sell our spice one more time. And we hit maximum money our bank can hold with 99,999,999 Sporebucks in just under 20 minutes, or 18 minutes and 10 seconds on the in-game timer. And that's everything I wanted to show about reaching the maximum money in space stage, both from scratch and with the previously saved space game. This run was a lot of fun to strategize and learn about how the RNG works for planet spice colors and prices. And I'll link both full runs in the description if you want to check them out as well. Let me know what you thought of this speedrun, and let me know what other speedruns you'd like me to try in the future. Thank you so much for watching, I'm King of Valence, and I'll see you next time.